Well, hello there, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching it in the world, whatever time of day it is. Hope that you're enjoying the content so far and having a fantastic day. This is the second test of the India versus England cricket captain series, currently in 2028 on this file. We joined this video in a strange position where India have decided not to enforce the follow-on. We are way behind in this test match, sadly. Despite winning the first test, we have lost the toss in this game, and as a result, we are way behind. India have scored 446 in the first innings, and our reply of 151, an absolute disaster, and it pretty much started in the first few overs. Zach Crawley run out for three. Hardly the opening partnership of 180 odd, what we saw in the first test when we won the toss and batted first. We also lost hope very cheaply. That was before lunch of day two, I think it was, as India had scored 446 in double quick time on day one and early on day two. So, without further ado, let's get on with this innings. We are miles behind, 295, and according to WinViz, there is a 1% chance of us getting a draw and a 1% chance of getting a win here. And I suppose the only way that's going to happen is, well, if we somehow bowl India out for a crazy, ridiculous score of less than 100 and then somehow get an incredible run chase of 400. I can't see that happening personally, but you never know. We are at the end of day two, and there are 22 overs left apparently. We must have lost some time in the day. I think we did have a bit of power light earlier. I think the only way to win this game is by going aggressive. I think if we just sit back and do nothing, we're going to get absolutely annihilated, which I think,
That's got.
to be fair, we probably are no matter what we do. We're in a winless position here. We're just going to attack around the stumps to the two left armers. Hope that we can get an early
That
breakthrough.
has flown off the bat.
It is going to give India some quick runs, but
Oh, now that looks
oh, that
tight.
looks out. That looks plumb. And
Well, there may be
Sudesaran
doubt in the
goes. It's
batsman's mind, but there's absolutely
27
none
for
in the
one.
umpires. That is out.
Absolutely plumb. Struck in line right in front of middle stump, and an early wicket for Atkinson. Kishore comes in. Jarswell picks up a boundary there. Would be nice if we can get some early wickets here in
Oh,
this
what a
innings.
glorious shot that is. That
As I say, cannot see how we're going to
textbook
win this
drive off
test
the back.
match or even salvage a draw. There's just so much time left.
Oh, the timing on that is perfection.
Love to know if we've got any India fans watching. If so, I won't take it personally if you
Oh,
choose
this
to
is going to go a
support
long,
India.
long way. Well, he's
But
just belted that one.
if you could
6
do me a
runs,
massive
no problem
favour
at all.
and support the channel, that would be fantastic. We all love cricket. If you're watching this video, clearly you must be a cricket lover, and I know how much the game means in India. So I would love to get some India followers and supporters of the channel, no matter which team you support.
It was a poor delivery.
Also,
Oh,
I
what a
would highly
glorious shot that
recommend if you
is.
love your
That has
cricket,
raced to the boundary.
watching the IPL series that I've started at the time of speaking currently. I've played three matches now, although only two have actually been aired at the minute. The third IPL, I'm scheduled to post that late on Saturday night local time in the UK. So it'll be Sunday before I guess any of you guys can watch it. But of course, India, you'll be however many hours ahead. I'm guessing it'll be Sunday night for you when that is actually posted, and I won't spoil who wins in the third game because we won the first match and then we lost the second match. So yeah, fantastic third match though, but I won't tell you the result. So Stokes has come in. There's only 5 overs left. We've bowled our seamers, our strike bowlers, pretty much into the ground.
A fine shot.
So it's going to have to be Curran and Stokes to bowl the last few overs of the day.
That's a
And India coming up to 100 in this
beautifully
innings.
timed. The field.
We are a bit of a
Excellent
hiding
shot.
to nothing here. Absolute disaster, this test match is. Curran's going to come around the wicket, take a shot. And Stokes to bowl the final over of the day. Kishore picks up another boundary. There's just no point us going defensive here because we had to try and take quick wickets to stand any chance of doing anything in this match, um, and not face an impossible run chase. But 98 for one now. Jaiswal's got his 50. Kishore is not far off his 50 either. 393 ahead are India. And we are now into day 3. Wonder if we can get some early wickets early in day 3. So I think what we'll do is we'll pause the video here. So I don't really want to make it into a really long video. So we'll just pause it here and see what happens. I'll give you an update shortly. Well, another little update. We have picked up a wicket. However, the bad news is India are racing along again. The attacking field's not really worked. Kishore's got 59 off 77, but he has finally lost his wicket. It was a good catch from Bethel off the bowling of Atkinson.
Field has made it look easy.
Sharp
But then
catch in the
it runs.
slips. 155 for 2 now are India and a massive 450 ahead, still with 8 wickets in hand. So again, I'll give another update as soon as we pick up another wicket. Well, that did not take long as Solanki is out. Good catch by the wicketkeeper Smith off the bowling of Atkinson. He goes for 2 off 6. Sorry, apologies. I thought I'd actually paused the game, but notice it must have kept running. Um, so we now have Sharaf at the crease, and gonna have to make a bowling change soon, I think.
Superb drive off the back. That has come right out of the middle.
Right, I think we will try and pause it again there, and give you another update as soon as I can. Well, we finally picked up another wicket. Jaswell's finally gone for 109. Another fantastic innings from him. 109 of 112 balls, strike rate of 97, but he's finally been bowled by Sam Curran
Oh, we
back
will
into
not
the
want to see
attack
that one again.
as we've bowled our strike bowlers into the ground. India 492 runs ahead now, and I won't be surprised if we get a declaration soon. Let's again play on a bit further, and we'll give you another update soon. Well, another wicket at last, and it's Jofra Archer this time who has picked up a wicket. LBW, he has got
They've all gone up.
Kamentree,
Umpire took his time, but
39, he scored a 42. Surely India have got to declare soon. They are 561 runs ahead and have still not declared here. Shahar's the new man in. The ball's 50 overs old, but surely a declaration's got to come in soon. Well, it's too little too late, but another wicket down, and this time the player out is Sharaf, 65 off 68. Again, almost a run a ball, 95. Brings another new man to the crease, Yadav, but they are nearly 600 ahead, are India, and still no declaration. Again, let's play a few more overs and see what happens next. Another wicket down, and this time it is Chahar who's gone. 49 again off 83. This is only a 59% strike rate. Very puzzling. India's still batting 649. Quite how they think we're going to chase this target down is beyond me. I mean, there's plenty of time, I suppose. We're only on day 3, session 2. Spinners are on now as the ball is pretty old. But surely now there can't be long left in this India innings. Another one gone, and this time it's the wicket of Yadav, who has scored 31 off 58 balls. Not bad for a lower order player. Brings Burla into the crease, and India are using up all their wickets here. Quite astonishing, really. They obviously want to set as many runs on the target as possible, as they seem to be a bit concerned that we can chase down over 650. So just 2 more wickets, and then we can finally get put out of our misery and get our second innings and this second test finished as soon as we can. Another wicket for Bethel, and this time the man out is Pythia, caught by Brook at slip, sharp catch. Batsman goes for just 1. So he's got 2 wickets in this over, actually.
Oh, brilliantly taken.
Great catch, but yeah, we're in an impossible situation here. No chance of us getting this target.
And he's punched that away off the back foot.
And even Bumrah now is scoring boundaries. Let's see if we can quickly get this last wicket just before tea. We can take the new ball if we want it. Think we will. Straight after tea. Let's see if we can get another wicket. Let's see if Atkinson can get a 5 for.
He's absolutely nailed that.
Not long, surely, left now in this innings before we are finally put out of our misery here. There it is.
Down the fielder's throat.
Burler goes.
Absolute golly.
Good catch by the wicketkeeper Smith. 675 required to win. This would be phenomenal. Doesn't seem to be any point in stopping this and making a new video. I don't think it's going to take too long for this conclusion. We either try and bat out for an entire 2 and a bit days, but don't think that's England where you don't get many points for
What a
drawing
shot.
a test
Well, that's a
match in terms of
straightforward
the
boundary.
test championship, so it's all going to hinge on the final test
Oh,
and
tiniest nick
whether
perhaps.
we can win the toss there
Umpire
and
shakes his head.
make a bit more of a game of it at the very least.
No one can stop that. That is magnificent placement.
Would be interesting if we can get
What a drive off the
India a
back
little
foot.
bit worried,
It
as indeed we did in the first test at times. We got worried that we
batsman
were
there.
not going to get the wickets in time. It's still a decent batting pitch.
He really has given that one the treatment. 4 runs, no stopping that one. Devastatingly put away.
Encouraging start from the openers.
Oh, where on earth is this? Oh, that's gone
Brilliant from
high in the
Crawley.
air. Oh, whoops.
Incidentally, an update from the Ashes test, and Australia are 130 for one. They are racing along in reply to England's 3-3-4. Love to know in the comments if you're following that test match as well. Obviously, you'll know by the time of watching this video a little bit more as what's happened in there. I was quite
Oh,
confident
what a
um,
magnificent shot that was.
after England
And the
got
bowler's just left
3-3-4
scratching
and
his
Joe
head.
Root's first 100 first century in Australia, but Australia are racing along
That
themselves.
is simply fabulous. Oh, he's timed that so well.
Just the 603 to win now. Does anybody give us any hope?
Crunched to the boundary.
Realistically, it
Got it.
would be a miracle if we even manage to salvage a draw. We're still going to have to bat out for 2 days.
Fabulous work by
Um,
the wicketkeeper.
and I think that's the first wicket
She's
Crawley
gone.
gets. 37 he got off 77, and in comes Ollie Pope, who needs a score after getting out cheaply in the first innings.
Oh, now this looks close.
That's
Not
hit him
out.
outside
And
the
there's no point
line,
in just glaring at the back.
not out, despite India's best appeals. And a boundary to end
Straight
the
through the
day
field, 4
for
runs.
Ollie Pope. So we're 96 for one. In fact, he's picked up another. We are 100 for one.
And it's gone for 4.
Well played, Ollie Pope.
And that's the 100 up.
Still attacking, even though we are in an impossible position. And at the end of day three, we just need the small matter of 576 to win. I think we just got to take it a session at a time. Still somehow got to bat out 2 days. No point thinking too far ahead about batting day five out with the cloud. Let's just see if we can push push it as long as we can. Get India frustrated. I think we need a lot of rain to come along, which isn't forecast. So yeah, I think we'll pause it and I'll give you an update in a little while. Let you know how we're getting on in this innings. Well, Ollie Pope's resistance has finished. He has got out for just 13 early on day four. Been caught behind off
Nicked
the
it.
bowling of Yadav. Good catch by the
Got him.
wicketkeeper.
Well held.
And 5-6-6 to win. Well, this is a big wicket for India. It's been a good knock from Ben Duckett, but he has finally got to go for 81 off 132. Decent strike rate. And Harry Brook comes to the crease to join Joe Root, who is playing quite defensively here, even though I'm not asking him to score little or no runs. But 534 required to win now, and Bumrah is bowling. The ball is 44 overs old, but we are coming up to lunch on day four, 52 minutes away, yeah. Another big moment and possibly the final nail in the coffin, if we're being realistic. Joe Root's out for 16 off 52 balls. Hung around a little bit, he's not scoring quickly, but Brook at the other end is 23 off 29. But in comes a new man, James Smith. Let's see how we get on at chasing 497 to win now. Well, that didn't last long, and Jamie Smith it is, who goes for a duck, just the three balls, and don't think there's any hope of even salvaging a draw now. 100% chance India are going to win this game. And yeah, we'll see how this partnership goes. Bethel gone just for one. This isn't ending well. It didn't start well either, did this test match. We have put up a bit of resistance at the beginning of this run chase, impossible run chase, but I think there's just no chance now as Bethel has been caught behind. Well, Stokes is out now, caught and bowled. His very brief innings, just the 6 runs off 14 balls, means we're now 7 down for 186, and this is something of a collapse. In comes Sanker and the next man in. I think I'm just gonna play through to the end of this test match now and give up the ghost. So I will let you know what the score is at the end of the innings. Well, this game is finally over at last. It's not the outcome that we wanted, obviously, but brilliant from Gus Atkinson and Archer at the end. 52 of 83 balls, so half century for Atkinson. Very well supported by Archer, 43. It's a shame our middle order didn't perform like this. Smith, Bethel, and Stokes in particular underperformed. Even Pope, Root, and Brook, I guess, really just the opening partnership, really, that showed some real fight and resolve up until the last one, which is quite amazing, really. India win by a huge 366 runs, so well done to them. The toss was absolutely massive, though. We would have loved to have bat first again, as we did in the first test. And these 2 test matches have been won by a massive margin, one for each team. No doubt on the man of the match in this one. Jaiswal, fantastic 156 in the first innings, set India up on the way, and then he followed that up with another century, 109. So well done. Congratulations to him and to India. For England, well, very disappointing. And the only upside is that we have an extra day to rest and prepare for the final test, which is a bit of a shame, I think. It's only 3 test series between India and England, 2 massive nations. And in terms of the test championship, we are the top 2, and winning this series would be huge in determining who is going to make the final. Hopefully, it'd be nice if we both make the final and set up a fantastic Lord's showpiece, which I think will be in the following summer. But that's it for now on this video. Again, I hope that you've enjoyed this test match, even if it's not the result we wanted for England. Love to know if there's any India fans watching as well. But regardless of whoever you support, I would absolutely love it if you can please like, comment, or subscribe. It would be much appreciated and help my small channel grow. Um, I'm absolutely amazed by the number of viewings that I've had, both for the videos, but in particular the shorts on the keyboard. Absolutely unbelievable figures for the viewing on there. So I would love to know if you've come and watched the cricket because you've watched one of the keyboard shorts first. Be fantastic to know how you came across the channel. So again, please let me know. I would very much appreciate that. And thank you very much for watching this test match. And hope that you have a fantastic day and take care and stay safe wherever you are.